Hello world, and we are back. We get things started. Last time we, built our little society here, and we got it to be functional. And the big push is always to get wood, is to get a replenishable supply of wood so that you can build and construct things. Otherwise, you're just always waiting for the day you eventually kick the bucket. We still only have one water pump, so we're always going to be checking on that periodically just to make sure it's still there. Or it's not going to go anywhere, but the person inside might die at any moment. How old is he? He's 59. He's 59. He's going to die eventually. Alright. That doesn't have beavers yet. Okay, they don't know what to do. And they have... Oh, they don't have any unemployed beavers, and they... Well, they cook the potatoes, don't they? Do I not have any... I don't have any potatoes. Potatoes are grown, but they're not being harvested. I bet I don't have enough storage to make them harvest the potatoes. Rather than doing something, I think what we'll just do is we'll just hold firm and not do anything at the moment until these houses are constructed. So we're going to fast forward through that. Ugh, can't keep staring. I broke concentration. Don't worry, I sped that up 4 times speed for all of you. But now that we have 27, now that we do have 27 homes, they should be breeding, right? I mean, they have 3 children, so I mean, some of them have bred. I don't... Does it say... I don't know how many times 2 beavers can, like, breed within their lifetime, you know? If I have 2 beavers, are they only going to make 1 beaver, or 2 beavers, or 3 beavers? I mean, it has to be a replenishing population amount. Maybe I have to make them happier before they breed. Maybe I should put down something that is for their joy and frivolities and the whatnots. Just for now, I think I'm going to put like a little hangout area up here. How do I want to do this with the most space-efficient way? I guess this is what's going to have to be. There we go. That's space-efficient. And even though these are probably just going to be temporary, I mean, most of the constructions I build are likely going to be temporary. Wow, my camera is pointed so high up right now. I don't know why. There we go. So that should give them an extra tier of happiness. I hit 5. What disappeared? Didn't I hit 5 last episode? Thirst. Thirst is 11, 12. Grilled potatoes, bread. Campfires. Where is... Oh, pause. Pause everything. Who died? Alright, yeah. Yeah, he died of old age. So 3 people died. He died on 4/3. It is 4/6. We've been 3 days without any water pumping. The second I went to just stare at that, he died. Even though I said I was going to keep my eye on it. Alright. I'm going to pause the construction workers. Alright. We do now have a water pumping guy. And that makes you lose all your people so fast. I have got to have a replenishing population. Population has got to be my #1 goal right now. So maybe I can go ahead and place down more houses. And I think I'll also put down some storage. I said last episode I was going to mix the storage and the houses together a little bit. And that honestly did seem like a smart solution. That way the storage and the houses just kind of blend together. You know what? I could probably blast a lot of this stuff. I could blast foundation. It's 12 o'clock. What is today? There shouldn't be I don't think there should be a test today of the... I don't know. The warning siren's going off. I hope that's just a test. Probably just a test. I can still hear him going off. It's only a test. I like to listen to those because if you start ignoring them, if you start ignoring the warning sirens in your town, and then they say something along the lines of, hey, this is a tornado warning, because I think it was not like more than a few weeks ago that all those tornadoes hit Virginia, and they were coming up towards my area, and my town's warning sirens kept going off all over the place, and they were going off all night long, and I'm like, what could possibly be happening that you have to tell me about every single thunderstorm warning? Well, it's because they were letting us know that it wasn't up to a tornado, and I felt like an asshole in the morning when I turned on the news. It was like, oh, that's what happened. My bad, sorry. I removed the product placement. I found that floating in a junk drawer. I'm like, ooh, I can put my beverages in there. Avoid the product placement. So now I have 15 beavers, and it looks like children are actually being born. I still don't have an unemployed population, and that is what I'm kind of waiting on before I expand. Because if I build new jobs now, they'll just sit there and not actually do anything. And another thing I'm not going to expand, I've decided on, is this log storage. This is going to be the only log storage for the entire area, just because it's so small. I can't put any more space towards log storage. I wonder if blending in the the warehouses and the homes is a good idea. Maybe I should build a super warehouse just here that is a vertical column that goes up of just storage, and then I'll do the homes over here, all along here, here. But honestly, all that's a moot point because I don't want to build like huge infrastructure until I get blasting up here and move like a small stream that goes down through underneath the roadway and outside a let out here, because that feels like a smart decision. I can also unpause the plank production and go ahead and unpause that. Oh. This is not how the grill used to work. The grill used to work. It used to work by only cooking by cooking whatever I had, because it could only cook potatoes. Now it can cook potatoes, chestnuts, or this whatever this is. What is this? Oh, that must be the water plant. Okay. I'm gonna have it cook potatoes. I'll have it cook potatoes, and I'll build another one for the others when I get that production up. But for now, I'll just have it cook potatoes. Oh, that's clever. This means I can store a bunch of food. I could store a lot of food of one particular kind and not actually cook them until I want to. Alright. Does that mean this works the same way? Do I have a... No. They just cut lumber. They still only do one. I don't know how I feel about adding... It feels like I should be able to prioritize, you know? Give them the priority for what to cook. But now it just needs an employee, and we're still going to wait on that because we only have 15 adults. And I think job-wise we're... No? There's gatherer's flag, the grill. Alright, yeah. Farmhouses. Yeah, we still have a lot of jobs that need filled, so I still don't have my unemployment up to what I want it to be. Isn't that weird that I want unemployment? I know that most, from a societal perspective, we're always told that unemployment is an absolute bad. But, I wonder how true that is, thinking about it. Because if everyone has a job, if every single person has a job, that means no new jobs could ever be created for any reason. Because you'd be having to fight other workplaces for your manpower. But maybe I'm just being an idiot. It's not like I'm some brilliant economist over here. I'm just me. Though, how do I gather the chestnuts? I have access to these chestnuts. Can I gather these chestnuts? Yeah, a gatherer's flag gathers chestnuts. So let's put down a gatherer's flag for now and just start collecting chestnuts. It's Christmas Day right now. I didn't have anywhere to be. Bummer. But so how do I gather maple syrup? Is that a tapper's shack? Oh, okay. Oh. They gather maple syrup and pine resin. Oh, these guys use the pine resin. Oh, they enforce the wood with resin. It's like when they put it in a pressure thing, the wood, to stabilize it, thereby making it stronger. Basically, they're just removing all the air from the wood and replacing it with resin. The wood ends up heavier, but it also ends up really weather resistant. And big problem with this is I like to build a lot of science to get all my research points in right away. That way I can just start unlocking things. I can't do that here because I don't have the room. I can't just sit here and dedicate a large number of beavers just to science. I can only afford one. Now I have 20 beavers. That's an increase. I can actually afford platforms now, and I'm going to go ahead and platform over here. And go ahead and produce a secondary water pump, along with a bridge. That just makes sense to me. Now this way, when one of my water pump's beavers die, there'll still be another water pump beaver there. So hopefully we won't have thirst at least until the slot's filled by a growing up beaver. So, but no one's going to fill up this new pump because I still don't have unemployed beavers. But I'm getting there. I am getting there. I really should pause while I'm planning this. Oh, they've already built it, dang. That is fast. Yes, so that's the start. It's not like a big one. I usually like to build huge towers, thick. This one's gonna have to be skinny. But the taller I can get it, the more I can kind of remove these storages, because I kind of accept that I'm going to delete these one day. So I'll have them just working on this passively. This will be where a lot of the wood goes, because I am collecting a lot of good wood. Wood is good, and I like the wood. Can I... Wait, I can't build these over staircases yet. They have no form of like fortified staircase. Even if it costs metal, I want like a fortified staircase so I can build platforms over the staircases. If you look at like buildings in huge cities, especially skyscrapers, you'll notice they're all kind of angular to up. How they all get smaller at the top, and that's a requirement by building code. It prevents the cities from looking bad. But one negative thing about that is that your rooms, you get less floor space every time you go up a floor. And that's essentially what these are causing right here, is by constantly dedicating one square to be like, this is just to access to this floor, I'm always losing a little bit of floor space. So I wonder if there's a way I can kind of cheat that system a bit. I'm going to put this on lowest priority so that my workers don't work on it. I'm going to also... At least until I figure this out. Now we're getting somewhere, I think. I don't actually know. It'll be a little ugly. I might demolish this one that I'm building now in the future. In the future I might demolish it and add something else, but for now it works. Do I want to add another layer? Yes, I do. This should be all the storage that this particular sized map should ever need. I don't know. See, the reason I want to build this so big initially is because this is kind of the first building that I can build real big initially. Because all it requires is wood. Wooden planks, that's all that this requires. So they can just keep building it. And it serves a purpose before it's fully constructed. Since it's storage. I kind of wish I could have started this over here more. I probably can. Let's remove this from existence and put the whole thing on lowest priority so no one works on it. So I don't want it messed with until everything is set in stone, you know? Alright, so I did sacrifice some farming land, but now yeah, that's looking more like it. That's looking good. I probably will not mess with it for now. And I'll put this on a neutral priority so that so that they'll work on it passively. I'll just let them build that and we'll see how I feel about it. A hauler's hut. A hauler's hut is not something I've built yet. And, ooh, a hauler's hut is non-replicatable. Or not non-replicable. It's non-stackable, is what I meant. It cannot be placed on top of each other. I can't just copy the blueprint design like this thing infinitely upwards. So, however many haulers this provides, that's it. That's all. That's probably all I'll use. Because I can't see myself building a bunch of these if they take up so much space. Do I need a hauler's hut? I'm going to say I do. I'm going to say that I do need a hauler's hut for the hauling of lumber and other goods. But the question is where to put it, because wherever I put it, I'll likely end up having to destroy and move it. I'm building up this area first. This area feels like something I'd build up second. Maybe I should put it over here. You know what? I'm going to wedge it over here where there's currently no grass. 2, 3. So that means the hauler's hut should fit right here. Yeah, on those platforms. And they didn't used to let me build buildings and platforms. I'm glad they changed their mind about that. So let me tell you, not being able to build anything on a platform was a bummer. It was pretty much just for walking. And that meant when you built out on the water, you had to sacrifice an entire block's worth of water storage anytime you'd place a levee down to build things on top of it. That is looking really low. How much power does this produce? They've changed the amount of power that this produces. It used to produce more. Now it produces 90 RPMs, or 90 horsepower, and this runs on 50 horsepower. So that means I can no longer run 2 of these on just one water wheel. I mean, I probably can, but it would be inefficient. Can I just get another water wheel on here attached? No. I can't do that. I probably could do it here, though. Or I could get a windmill. Can I afford a windmill right now, science points wise? I can. What does windmill require? Windmills only require logs and planks. Yeah, I'm going to get a windmill. And I'm going to use the windmill. Why can I not place it? Oh, it needs a lot of open space room. Okay. Alright. And I just dried out. I just dried out. But not my tree production, and some of this crop, and some of these berries, so I do have a little bit. Water's okay-ish. I'd like it to be better than that, but... After this night, though, the water will be back. So it's not a big deal. There we go. There's the water. Flow rate's a little strange in this game. Like, Since the water's jumping off this and hitting down here, whatever hits down here should have its own exceptionally high flow rate, even if it ends up having to be very shallow. There's also no erosion in this game, so I never have to worry about a dam breaking or overtopping or anything like that, because it's like there's no erosion. I watch a lot of stuff about dam failure, because we live in the age where everyone has access to these really expensive animation programs, and snake oil peddlers are now dealing pseudoscience. So they're always trying to, peddle these big, expensive projects that are just not feasible. And they look good on the animations that they build. So people think, oh, it's futuristic, it's therefore good. But they're usually completely non-practical. What if I should move this to shorten the length of that road? Would he still be able to get back here? I'll think about that. A good example is of some pseudoscience is things like the Hyperloop. Hyperloop is complete and total nonsense. It'll never work. And the idea is that they're going to remove air from a tube and send a train down that tube at supersonic speeds because there'll be no air resistance. And it does work well in small scale for things like mail delivery and stuff. Or, a gun. A gun does essentially the exact same thing. If you're willing to expose a barrel of a gun to some pretty extreme pressures, you can actually suck all the air out of the front end of a barrel in front of a bullet, and you can get the bullet to travel way faster. But you see the potential there for things going wrong. And it's not about the science is not invalid. It's just in practice it just doesn't work. I feel like when I get dynamite, I should really blast this away. This doesn't feel usable. I feel like it would be better as water storage. So once I build that big tower thing to store water, I could build another small pool thing to store water and have two separate levels of water storage. And I could even bring up the small pool thing to be part of the tower over time. On larger maps, though, when I build these mega dams and huge amounts of storage, I usually screw myself over because I don't do preemptive releases for flowing water to replenish, like, things that are downstream. And I'll look at the other side of the map, and the other side has just not had water for, like, 3 dry spells. I'm like, whoops. But that really slows down future building, because then I have to plant all of the stuff downstream to make it grow. Do I have chestnuts? I have chestnuts now. Yeah. They harvested all them chestnuts. That's awesome. I could probably... No, not yet. Not enough science. How's my population looking? I have 2 unemployed. That's good. My population is 32. So I can just start throwing down jobs and expect someone, at least one beaver, to, like, show up. So that's good. They'll probably all be taken up by this holler hut, though. Which, should I want that at the highest priority? Yeah, I do. I want the holler hut and its platforms at the absolute highest possible priority. the landscaping. Do I need levees yet? This needs paper. How much is a paper mill? I'm gonna go ahead and buy levees. I'm gonna go ahead and buy levees, and levees will be the big project that I do over here. Because I think I can do that one without any extra points in science, so I can just let the science points build up. I kind of do want more plank production though, and I have plenty of wood for it, so let's go ahead and increase the plank production. We'll have them share power generation. And I can build a windmill to it, so oh no, wait. Wait, why is that? Pause. Does that platform need to be there? Or maybe it was just... Alright, that was weird. But either way, connecting rod. Alright, where's another connecting rod? So these are 200 horsepower. Man! Amount of power from the wind. Oh, but they only produce power when the wind's blowing. Does the wind change and when it's blowing? Like there's no meter to tell me whether or not the wind's blowing. But either way, I'm also going to really quadruple down on power production here. I wonder if this is a good idea or not. A good idea. And where is the power? Can I not? Oh no, because the windmill's right there. Duh. Wouldn't be safe for a beaver to walk through there, would it? Well, the windmills are a little touchy, aren't they? So I'll put you guys on the highest priority. That one will be on neutral priority, so it gets built last. And then there we go. And now for a while, I think this will actually slow down my entire plank production line for a while. And that's just because these two plants, which both take 50 RPM, are running on something that power output right now is 132 RPM, so does that change based on flow rate? I don't know. There isn't really a good guide for how much you're producing. In my mind, yeah, that should be right. It should be get a whole bunch of water flowing through one turbine. It should produce a lot more power than like 6 turbines spinning slowly. But it's not. It's not just about speed, because if you have a water wheel, on days where the water wheel is spinning slowly, you can still get it to spin something fast interiorly, because you can gear it in such a way that it does that. Especially if you have a large volume of water in your water wheel, because then it has the brute force to force whatever you need to turn faster. But on days where it's spinning incredibly fast, you actually have to gear it in such a way that it's the high speed that turns down into, I don't know. It's weird. That's all like lost knowledge. We usually don't even have to worry about stuff like that. Because nowadays everything's about going straight to electricity, and then from electricity back into what you need. So the gearboxes, all the in-between mechanisms that like used to exist for industry, stuff like this, that's all just power. We all just go generate power and then use power. Generate power, use power. I wonder if that's smart. I wonder if we've devolved a little bit from that. Ooh, chestnuts. This is in the red, but it's so close to my town center, but beavers have to walk so far away. Let's see if I can do anything about that. There we go. When that's built, that should fix that. Ooh, my holler hut. I want to give it the maximum number of workers, let it gobble up all the unemployed for now, and that way things get moving. And my population's up to 44. My happiness is up to 7. What did I accomplish? Carrots. Carrots are at 40. Oh, that's for the number of beavers. Yeah, okay. Bread. Grilled chestnuts. Grilled potatoes. Cattail crackers. Rooftop stuff. Roofs. Am I going to be able to max out their happiness? Is that going to be a possibility? I mean, maybe if I really finagle it, I might be able to max out the happiness. I might get one beaver to max happiness. How about that? I'll just max out one guy. He'll be the happiest guy in the land. So let me have a look at you. Your power output is 129, but in this it says the maximum power output is 200, and this is only 90? Wait, it's 90 per centimeters? Produces power should be placed in water next to... I don't know how they're... what does the math mean here? God, this game was made by a nerd! I say as I go on rants about the Hyperloop and lost knowledge of technology to mankind, and... oh well. I'm just going to accept that things are spinning, therefore things are good. Remember that old baseball movie when he's looking out at the oil pumps and it's like, when those are running, times is good. It feels like I need more water storage. Maybe I need more water pumps. Maybe it's time to work on that mega project. I don't know. Do I have enough? No, I don't have anywhere near enough science for that. But I do have enough for gears. I think after this is built, I'll convert this one into gears. I also might destroy these berries. Destroy all the berries. I might put the berries up here after I can blast and get this to be hydrated. Oh crap, I'm about to go into a drought. Okay. I'm gonna make an emergency drought maneuver. And that is over here can just be bulk water storage. However I can fit it in. That's just going to be bulk water storage. They're probably not going to finish it all in time. And over here, feels like I can put pause. Yes.
Streaming?
No,
recording.
not streaming, recording.
Same shit.
I'm gonna edit this out. I will edit out my Reese break. Or maybe not, I don't know.
Nothing's happening.
Well, I have to edit it out. I called it Reese's. Product placement.
Yeah, much better now that they're thawed.
Look at how tiny this map is.
I see that. I didn't see the edges.
That means you only get one district. I mean, you could overcomplicate it with 2 districts, but 1 district effectively covers the entire map.
Put 4 districts. You could. District centers over in the very corners.
Nope. Drought in their own exponential growth. from those. Oh, maybe I could. Alright, and I'll put all these on the highest priority. And then we continue. Actually, put these on the second highest priority. The barrels are good, but I want to be able to fill the barrels before building the barrels. Does that make any sense? That way, as they're getting built, they're getting filled. Boy, as it currently stands, I have 0 water. I have 0 water. Ugh. Maybe it was a mistake to build all those houses. I think I'll chill on building houses for now. Because homelessness doesn't really exist with the folk tales. These guys mostly breed when there's space to do so. Pat my own stomach. Only one. You know what? I'm kind of gonna up work hours for tomorrow, guys, because you are not productive enough. I won't make you work tonight, but you're gonna pull an all-nighter, and then I'll zoom the work hours back down during the drought. They're all already thirsty, and the drought hasn't come here yet. They have got to get this other water pump built. What's the... Okay, it's built. And who's... Alright. Someone's working here, someone's working here. So now we have 3 water pumps. They're all going. Geez, the population just boomed really quick. There is an inhumane option, of course, if I ever need to do it. And the inhumane option is I basically Thanos away some people. And I do that by building a city center over here somewhere, out of the way, out of sight, out of mind, and then I migrate a large number of the population that I don't think are going to make it anyway, and I save resources for the main city. And they just either starve or survive or do something. And then throughout the drought, whoever's left alive over there can come back into the society, or if there's no one, I just delete it and forget it ever happened. And then usually I'll come out of the drought with water intact, and it feels like I'm going to have to do exactly that. How many? Alright, we have 48 adults. I'm going to send just 20 beavers there. Before I do that, I'm going to just save, in case this is a huge mistake, but I don't think I'm going to survive this drought otherwise. I'm just going to send 20 beavers over there, and we'll see how this drought goes. And although one of the water pumps is down, we do have, we do have more water this way. And I can go ahead and bump down the work hours. A lot of them are sleeping because they're exhausted from that one all-nighter. Dark times in the kingdom. You know, it's only a 4-day drought. Maybe I'm overreacting. I saved before all this, so I just want to see if they really do exhaust all my resources that quickly. Because I think I have some pretty good water storage just in this little reservoir, right? Do I wish it were bigger? I'm going to go ahead and make it bigger. I have to cut off these crops that are on highest priority. They are pumping water still. And then with the levees, I'm just going to outline what I want it to look like first. All right. And that looks pretty good. That looks like a pretty good looking dam. Now I'm going to have to build some temporary platforms up to the top of it. Check my population. Population's good. Water's actually okay. They are pumping, so... And with that, they are no longer pumping. Okay. Am I gonna make 2 days without any water? You know what? History shall call me a butcher. I'll send away 10 beavers. Just for now, and we're gonna see how this goes. But we already have people who are thirsty. Man. Oh, and it didn't send away the thirsty beavers either. So it's kind of pointless to send them away now that they're all dying of thirst, right? So I haven't salvaged any water doing that. I keep messing around. Why am I messing around so much? Stop messing around and just let them either die or live. The time to separate the population had already passed. Yep, we have one with 2 deaths of thirst. One was born. Oof, not a good time to have kids. And the water's right there. You could just drink it. Your beavers. We have more dying of thirst. Population is down to 51. I mean, on the good side, hunger is not even an issue. My giant food storage thing, hunger is not even like remotely on the radar as something to be concerned about. Alright, this is the last day of the drought. Ooh, had some deaths right as they woke up on the last day of the drought. And there's the water. There's more deaths, more dead people. We have 27, 24, 20. Okay, we do have someone pumping water. Oh, wait, pause. Do we have... The guy with pumped water died. I'm gonna pause all non-essential buildings with employees. Alright. I'll just let him go over there to the water. Yeah, we got one guy pumping water. Alright, so we're gonna bounce back from this. With 9 adults and 8 children, we can bounce back from this. Man, that was a lot of beavers lost. Boy, oh boy, though, sometimes this game. If I see a spot for more water storage, I'll put some water storage there. At least if it looks like a little niche spot that wouldn't be for anything else, and I likely wouldn't bother it for a while. They don't get any water from eating berries, though. That kind of bugs me. Shouldn't berries replenish at least some amount of thirst? Ugh, the border's just filled with deaths from thirst. I might have to do a reset and try my little culling technique of the population. Thanos away half of them. Just to conserve on water. But maybe not. We have 7 children. 9 adults. Someone's still pumping water, The food is not even a concern. We have so much stored up food. And hopefully this next drought I'll have so much water from all these water barrels that it won't be a concern either. You know what? I'm not going to develop this for a while. This could also be water storage. And my plan with this is to modify it into a floodgate release system. But actually, let's modify the design into that now. It's not going to work as well if I... Wait, do I have a floodgate? No, I don't have anywhere near enough. So it does matter. It was pointless to even think about. Jeez, that drought really wiped out my population. Ugh, a tear shed for those lost. Ten adults, 16 beavers. And it looks like things are happening, so we're bouncing back. We'll get back up to those numbers. unpause the hauling station since the act of hauling lumber is actually quite important. Oh, we got a guy who's milling planks now. That's cool. So all of the construction that requires planks is going to start being produced again. That's neat. 17, 16 adults, 1 child. Oh yeah, we're getting there. Wheat. Why does it keep telling me wheat? What do you want? What do you want with all this wheat? So, how do I don't even know how to grow these things, but they grow in water, so I could grow them right here. At least a little bit of them. Oh, no, I could grow them inside of this huge pondy thing, right? Or up here? Or I could blast a good... I was going to blast the like the holes for the larger houses, the dugout versions of the houses. But maybe I'll blast holes out for hydroponics when I hydrate this soil. Yeah, that sounds like a better idea. But boy, I do have plenty of storage. I question the beaver's logic in which water barrels they fill up first. I always expected it to be either the newest water barrel that was filled up first, or perhaps it was the closest water barrel. Both of which make sense to me, and it doesn't seem that they do that. It seems like they just pick it by their own... Ooh. High water flows over there. Ooh, they're building the dam in a weird way. I kinda don't want them to build it like that. But at the same time, they have no choice. I mean, it's not like they could build it any other way. Not without planks. So, we'll just see. We'll see. I don't want all the water to end up pouring off the map. So, for now, I am going to delete this one section so no matter what, the water pours towards where I want it. We don't want an artificial drought, especially at this stage. We're now back up to 20 beavers. This inefficiency bugs me, this little path here. I didn't realize it before, but now it's bugging me. Because see, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 4 of these. And this takes up 6, so if I move this here, it'll only take up 6, and then all of this can be farmland again. Right? That makes sense too. That makes sense to my brain. Go ahead and demolish this. Demolish that. Turn that back into carrots, and then as soon as these are cleared, I'll put a new farmhouse down. I'll put a new farmhouse down. It's all looking good. I don't think I'll make any new houses for a while. So that's not even a concern anymore. After that population plummet, I think that's as high as I'll get in population for a long time. That one little bit is gone, and it's this power is just wasted as long as this is not built. But it needs planks, and planks need to be produced first, and you know, there'd be no point prioritizing it right now because it's not like there's more than one running it anyway. But at least I can produce planks during a drought now. That's kind of nice. If I build roads underwater, does that make it easier for them to travel up here? Who knows? I certainly don't. No one uses this little bit of road. Let's put some taters here. I'm seeing trees that are in the cycle in which they never get cut down, you know? But I don't want to try and reclaim this land because I think that would be pushing it. I'd be pushing my luck on that one. But I probably could do something with this land here. Chestnuts. I have a lot of chestnuts, and this one grills potatoes. Let's do it. Let's make another grill. One that just grills chestnuts. Should I build that on top of something else, or just kind of just stick it over here? Another drought? Alright. Okay, so another drought is coming in 3 days. We're at a population of 25, and our water is 92. What can I pause to get them to produce water? You know what? Food is fine for right now. We'll probably be able to survive through the drought with food intact. Science I kind of don't want to disturb. So everyone who's not on water production is getting paused for a while. Because I can always unpause them during the drought. Let's make sure all of the water is producing before I unpause those. Alright. Actually, the hauler's hut's kind of important, so I'll leave the hauler's hut alone, because they can be the ones to haul water back and forth. See them all going in this one water container. And my water supply is going up, so... Alright. I'll start unpausing these now. Now that everyone's jobs have been focused more towards water. I'll also unpause these lumber mill things. 26 people. There are 26 beavers. Beavers! Unpause you as well. I'll just leave those to grow. Oh, that does answer my questions, whether or not trees can grow over stumps. It looks like they can. I don't think they used to be able to. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know. So now I have 20, I almost have 30 beavers, and I have 250 water, so that is an increase. I have definitely made a positive impact. Switch these all to planting over harvesting. I don't like bare fields just sitting there being bare. Production. Everything must be production. We must produce more digital assets so that we have more digital assets to be produced. And with that, here comes the drought. Wait, why did these things stop? Why is this one still going? Oh wait, there they go. I won't ask questions. Yeah, I'll leave that alone for a while. It's got plenty of storage. This drought lasts 6 days? I just now realized that. Oh my goodness. Right, it was a 7-day drought? That is so long. Are we going to make it to that? We have 300 water saved up. I think we'll make it to that. Oh, but this is definitely drying out again, this bed. And this is more important than ever, getting this thing finished. How much is going to be the lock, the master component to this whole thing? The floodgate, whatever it's called. Alright, that's going to be 500 science. Do I have 500? I will by the time it's time to install it. Ugh. I mean, I have the wood production. I could just manually delete portions of this when I want to let out water, but it seems like a kind of barbaric thing to do. I wonder if this will even survive. That's a lot of days without any replenishing water. Oh, there it goes. And we've dried out. And we're only 4.5 days through this. Or we've only got 4.5 days left. Oof. But this is still producing. These berry bushes suck. These berry bushes have made it to the point where they're useless. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this cleared land, but I just don't feel like harvesting from these berry bushes anymore. I think I'll probably use it for the gears and stuff. I mean, they're still producing. That's good. 3 days left. This gathers chestnuts, so I have no problem with it. Once they finish the main shape, then I'll add the last pieces. Don't want any water flowing out through this hole, because that's water that couldn't have been used to water anything that was useful. Not a single drop shall go to waste. I wonder if I can fit. I can. I can double our science production. Yes. Yes. I'll do it. Why is there not mirrored versions of all the buildings? Like, houses, I can click on houses, and they have a lodge mirrored and a lodge. But none of the other buildings have mirrored versions, so even though it might fit perfectly in a place if it were mirrored, it doesn't have that version, so it's pointless to even think about. Ugh, it's frustrating. Oh yeah, this is all green now. This is a little on the red side, but I'll figure that out. This is still looking green. I can go a lot taller. Still red over here. There's no way I'm using multiple districts in such a small map. It's not going to happen. Happiness level 8. What did I do to deserve happiness level 8? Fire, rooftops, grilled chestnuts, grilled potatoes, carrots. Alright then. We have 8 water left. Ooh. I need another pump. Pump it louder. Pump it louder. I'll actually put the pump in this reservoir, the other pump. So there we go. This pump's right by the waterfall. It'll likely get destroyed when I remodel, but it'll have access to water. But only when this thing is full. Kind of a design flaw, but, you know, they don't got deep water pumps. That's the iron teeth. We're back at 50 beavers, by the way. We have a good population again. We'll see if it lasts. It likely will not, but we'll see. Is there any part of... not everyone gets to have a campfire, so I'll put another campfire down. I wonder if I should have put an inward protrusion or an outward protrusion. I don't know. I don't know how bad the high... I know these things have a slight uptick in water flow. There's only 2 source blocks up here? That's all I get is 2 source blocks of water? Ugh. It hadn't even been It's not even a big deal then, as long as I use 3 dams. Here I was thinking I'd eventually drown. That'll never happen. I could probably just build a giant dam all the way around this, and then dam up the very last bit during a drought, and just flood the entire map. I could. I probably could. They're building it. They are building it. I think it's safe to save here, in case I do something stupid. Start pushing for dynamite. I want this to be hydrated. And it looks like they're about to finish that last bit. So... It would be an interesting map, is if you cut these rivers a lot deeper. Didn't change very much about the map, it just looks like a normal map. But then put like 8 of these up here, so the water's very deep and fast moving. Hard to bridge over, hard to get down in. And of course, as you start building dams and trying to store the water, you get overwhelmed by the quantity of water very quickly. That'd be a neat way of doing a map. Oh, I can actually build... Yeah, I can actually build the roads all the way around this. Help the beavers get around. Nah, I'm not going to add another tier to that yet. Though I could. I always could. Yes. Yes. I have ruined everything. Why did you see that? Oh, crops are now invalidated. Or crops are now, you can no longer do what you used to be able to. You used to be able to keep crops alive by the water, by flooding them. You can no longer do that. I didn't know that. Yeah, see? It says alive now, but is it going to say alive again when they flood? I mean, 3 dam blocks. 3 dam blocks. It should, mathematically, it all makes sense, but somehow it flooded anyway. Watch, the second they add this last one, it's going to overtop and just flood everything, and I won't be able to figure out why. Because at the end of the water's run are 3 dam blocks. So at the beginning, 3 dam blocks should be enough to control the amount of water. There's only 2 source blocks up here, so. God, why do we have so... Hold on, why do we have so little water storage? I'm putting another pump. This is going to be a pump center. I'm putting another pump up. Something I'm gonna make sure to do this initially is I'm gonna make certain that power is shared between all buildings. So when I put a paper mill here, or whatever I put here, I want to make certain that they all share power generation. So it feels like if I ever have a building that doesn't seem to produce enough power, like it's next to a windmill, and a building that has way too much power and they're not connected, that seems foolish. They should be able to share the excess at all times. My neck is sore from work. At work, I'm always bent down like this, because I have to bend down in order to access a build table where I work. So my neck is just constantly sore. Now I know moving around your head to try and make it feel better has a tendency to make it feel worse, but, you know. You know. They've replaced the shredder with the smelter. I guess they figured out that metal doesn't work that way. Though, kind of feels like you should have both, but, you know. What if they added, like, mine carts to this? Like, it'd be just like these path blocks, but they're rails made of metal. And you use the carts to transport, like, large amounts of material. Those would be good for connecting district centers where it's like they share food and resources, but only when the cart's running. And there's a beaver. I wonder how you do the cart itself, though. Would you make the individual train the object that you build, or do you just maybe like a shed that controls the engine and a yard that controls the rolling stock? And I don't know. I'll install trains into every game I can. Don't doubt me, because I will. Okay, we're about to get a drought, but this time we're going to have a lot more water to get through the drought with. Right? We'll have this large storage. We'll have the river. We have 3 pumps in the river, so the river's probably already gone. But this storage will last all throughout the drought, I think. And this time we're going into the drought with only, I'm gonna say it'll probably level out at maybe 300. We might get up to 300 before the drought starts. I don't know. All these are full. These are almost never full. And so I think proximity does play some kind of a role in the beaver selection process. Alrighty then. I think I'm good. Wait, we'll survive through this drought. We'll see how this. I'm gonna save first. We'll survive through this drought and see how it goes, and then I'm gonna end the episode here. And next episode, I'm gonna do a hard push into dynamite. I want to get dynamite so I can start blasting through all this and diversify the water flow so the entire used part of the map ends up hydrated. And I don't even know what I'm going to do with this yet, and this'll be for an episode after that probably. So yeah. So let's see if we survive this drought. There we go, it has begun. I'm mostly just looking at my water storage. I mean, mathematically, I think it'll 5 days, 55 beavers, 300 water. It might do it. Yeah, it's close there. Mathematically, it doesn't quite work out in my mind, but I'm not accounting for these or this, so it's replenishing supply. good, and the planks are still producing. That's nice. I'm gonna need a lot of planks for when I start blasting. Thirst. Well-being is 9. Carrots, potatoes, bread. Sleep. Life expectancy stuff. Boy, you can make these some happy little beavers, can't you? Eventually, though, I'm going to hit the point where I have to decide between their happiness and their population. Is it better to have more slightly unhappy beavers or less extremely happy beavers? Oh, there we go. The middle portion's dried out. That's where the main water pumping happens. So I'm down to 2 water pumps. And I kind of like that there's no pumps in this, because it means I always have a little bit of carrots from trees being produced. Ooh, we went down a level with them water pumps. I mean, this is the exciting part. It's just this right here. Once this is down another level, I think it'll be tapped out for the water pumps to even reach. So the last bit doesn't matter. It's just for hydrating the crops. But then it'll be up to this number up here, that 300. Will 300 water get me through it? I think I'm way good in the clear this time. I don't expect that I'll die again. And I'm at 1,000 science points. That's awesome. So I think next episode I'll start buying all the stuff for the dynamite. But that'll be in the next episode, not in this episode. Oh yeah, I'm calling it. We make it. We make it. It's fine. So, that was this episode of Timberborn. Please like, please subscribe. I appreciate it. It helps me out a ton. If you're below the age of being a consenting adult, please be reminded that YouTube itself, the internet itself, is not for children. So if you're watching my channel, please swing over to your parents and just ask them real quick, is it acceptable for you to watch this? If they say yes, then fine, keep watching. If they say no, no harm, no foul, just turn me off. I'll see you again when you're old enough to watch it. And for now, I'm going to be saying bye-bye. I want to end it when the drought's over. I should have timed that better. Drought's over.